Good afternoon, Tiki Fam. Just out here enjoying the springtime in Milwaukee. About to take a little walk, and I wanted to chat a little bit more about what cars are on the way, because there are so many that I figured we needed an entire video just to go over them. So let's look at what's on deck and what's about to come to the US. So the first one I want to talk about is actually pretty special, because this is a car that has delivered to North Carolina to no one other than my mom. So this is a darling little 1997 Nissan March that was just captivating. It was an adorable little cabrio. It was easy to drive with an automatic transmission, and it was just perfect for to celebrate her retirement. So congratulations to my wonderful mother for enduring decades of work as a nurse, and I really hope that that car is going to be a lot of fun for you and a lot of adventure time with that top down. So really excellent little car, and I'm so thrilled that it ended up in her hands. So the next thing is to talk about all the vehicles that are going to be on the way soon, or already are as of making this video in early May of 2025. So there are so many that I actually had to write them down on a list just to make sure that I didn't forget any of them, which is really saying something, which is awesome. It's just truly amazing. So let's talk about what's on a boat first, because there are 6 currently on the way to the US, 1 heading to the West Coast and 5 heading to the East Coast. The one heading to the West Coast and the brilliant ace is this amazing 1995 Mitsubishi Chariot. And if you are unfamiliar with this vehicle, it actually has the same engine as the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution. So that's the 4G63T engine. So it is a turbocharged 7-seat Evolution with a really cool sunroof. And let me tell you, this thing is so cool inside and out, and I cannot wait to see photos of it in the Pacific Northwest. Now, we do have 2 vehicles heading to Milwaukee. The first is my personal vehicle, and the first personal vehicle that I've imported is this 1994 Daihatsu Atrai. Now, I refer to this spec as God spec for a reason, because this little van has everything. First of all, it's a K-van, which is amazing. I love K-vans. The second thing is it's got the super cosmic roof on top, specifically the multi-roof, because it actually has 2 sunroofs, as you can see in these photos. The next is that it's turbocharged. It's 5-speed. It has 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive, high-low. It's got yellow fog lights, California mirrors, and it's even been so well taken care of that it's got these wonderful little seat doilies on them. And special thanks to Way Before the Fame for making this little footage for me, because I just don't get to see enough of these things in the wild in Japan, and being able to see that thing up close is amazing. The other thing coming to Milwaukee is actually for sale, so you can own this. This is a 2000 Daihatsu Naked. This little K utility vehicle, wagon, hatchback, I don't know what you want to call it, but truthfully, it's really super cool. It's 2-wheel drive, automatic transmission, it's got a silver paint and a really unique kind of industrial styling. It's on brand new mud stars on really cool wheels. The interior is so unbelievably clean. It's been fully tuned up, so this thing is absolutely ready. And I'll also put a price down on the bottom of the screen, so that if you're interested, you can send me a message and let me know what you think about this guy. Of course, the vast majority of the vehicles coming over to us right now are the ones purchased by you guys in the Tiki Fam. So once again, thank you for continuing to support what we're doing. I really want everyone's vehicles to be treated with such love and care, and I just absolutely love doing this. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to do something that I love, that's something that you guys love, and just being able to do this is so cool. So what's on the way? Let's kick it off with this 1999 Subaru Forester. Now, this car is excellent because, of course, the Subaru Forester was available inside the US, but JDM versions of things are just a little bit cooler all the time. First of all, purple interior. I mean, like, look at these purple seats. You just can't go wrong with that. Second of all, turbocharged, first-gen Forester. It just looks so cool. All-wheel drive, all the bells and whistles, fully tuned up, heading over to Michigan. Can't wait to see it home. Next up, we have this 1995 Nissan Gloria. This is, without question, one of the cleanest vehicles inside and out that we have ever imported. It is just got every bell and whistle you could possibly imagine. The interior is absolutely mint, and it's definitely got a little bit of a history with it, because it's got these really cool antennas that are hidden away in the trunk, but when it's all mounted up, it definitely looks like there was an amateur radio operator, or maybe this vehicle saw service. But between the quality of the interior and how clean it is, the absolute flawlessness of the exterior, all the mysteries, and of course this engine bay is mint. So cannot wait to see this one home in Kentucky, because it is going to light up some shows. And the last car on this first boat is actually heading to Chicago, which is fantastic because it'll be in the local scene, and I can't wait to see it in person myself, is this 1999 Mitsubishi Tapo BJ. If you're unfamiliar with these cars, these are K-vans, K-hatchbacks, K-wagons. Not quite sure what to call them, but at the same time, they're devilishly cool. It's got this excellent huge spoiler on the back, it's turbocharged, it's got this pristine blue interior, which is just so darn cool. And just cannot wait to see what is going to happen with this, because there's going to be some really nice wheels put on this guy. Now, not all of our vehicles are actually coming to the US just yet. There's a couple of them that are staying over there under special circumstances. The first is this 2000 Toyota Altezza RS 200Z. This one's got the Neos body kit on it. It's just an dynamite example of the car. The only problem with it was it wasn't legal until October of 2025. So right now this one's taking a little rest at a long-term lot in Tokyo. Nick and I got to drive it around. It was just an excellent automobile, and I cannot wait to see it here. But that one's just going to take a little nap. We're going to get it fully serviced, and then on the way over here the moment that it's legal. Now, the other vehicle is more special in terms of why it's staying in Japan, because the owner is actually deployed to Japan for the next 2 years. So shout out to him and his service. But I do love to see vehicles living and residing in Japan, because we get pictures like this. Just little moments of life in Japan that are definitely some things that we normally only get to experience photographs, but the fact that he's able to live and drive in Japan in this thing before bringing it back over in 2027 is just super special, and I love to see it, because there's untold stories of these cars in Japan, but being able to write your own chapter before it leaves for the United States is desperately one of the coolest things that I've seen in a long time. So there's plenty more adventures with that wonderful S2000 ahead, and I really hope that we can see more video and lots more pictures of that adventure coming up ahead. With that in mind, we're gonna head over to the West Coast, and I'm actually gonna need to reference my list for this because there are so many cars heading over there. Let's start off with a trio, first and foremost, that are all heading to Arizona. Specifically, these three guys. This 1989 Toyota MR2 Supercharged G Limited Edition. When it comes to 80s cars, this one is one of the most iconic things that's out there. The fact that it's in this denim blue inside and out is just so cool. Just the quality of the paint, the interior, everything is just so perfect. And I'm thrilled to be able to track this one down and send it to the United States. Also coming with it is a 1994 AZ1. Now, this isn't just any AZ1. This is a special edition called the M21015. 250 sets of parts and body kits were designed for this car, but only about 55 were ever completed from the factory, making them exceptionally rare and desired. This one's got fewer than 40,000 kilometers on it, and is just going to be an absolute legendary little K for the foreseeable. And to go with it is this 1992 Honda Beat in matching white. How nice. This one's got a really wild interior. It's got some blue trim bits. It's even got a hard top, which is hugely desirable and just makes it that cooler. Especially when you're driving in the summer sun, you're gonna want that extra protection from the Arizona desert. But expect to see all these on the West Coast boat coming up that are just gonna be so cool. And of course, that's not all we have going out to the West Coast. We also have a 1994 Mitsubishi Bravo. Again, God-spec K-van, multi-roof, we've got turbocharged, fog lights. Interior is absolutely mint, 4-wheel drive, manual transmission. There can't be enough said about really cool K-vans, and this one is absolutely way up the ladder when it comes to just pure coolness. We also have a 1969 Toyota Corona Mark II. I have photos of it, but the photos just don't do it justice. So in the background here, I'm going to run the video that I shot while I was in Japan of this car, because let me tell you, the quality of the paint, the interior refresh, the little extra leather bits inside, the fact that this car was lovingly restored but had as much of it remain original as humanly possible, just makes it sing. And just seeing this thing in person, oh man, I cannot tell you how cool it is. And it's going to be another one of those cars that when it gets here, you can really start seeing just how magical it is, and I cannot wait. Last up, we've got two more that could not be more different from each other, but they're from the same company, believe it or not. On one hand, we have a 1997 Daihatsu Hijet IS. Now, this is definitely one of the most unique K-trucks ever made, without question. It's got that really weird front fascia that was just designed to look like the future. IS stands for idle stylish, and I can't help but agree, because not only is this an iconic K-truck, but it's definitely got style to boot. On the other side of the Toyota brand spectrum is this 1999 Toyota Altezza RS200Z. This one's in white. It looks so cool with that Neos V2 kit up there. I mean, it's just an excellent all-rounder that Toyota is just known for. It performs, it revs high, it's got that manual transmission in it, it looks good, it runs good, you can drift, you can cruise, you can highway in it all day. There is nothing about this car that you really can't do, and it just makes for an excellent daily and a really fun weekend warrior. Man, can you go wrong with an Altezza? You really can't. Now, coming into the East Coast, there's even more cars. I think we have, what, 24 or 25 slated for this year already. We've got three that have delivered, but here come the rest. First up, we've got this 1999 Honda Z, one of our newest acquisitions that's on its way to New Jersey. Really cool little K4x4, rides nice and high. The build quality of these, I'm gonna have to agree with Nick over at Way Before the Fame, because he said that these just don't feel like K cars because of the build quality. And the first time I sat down in one, man, like the soundproofing in there by itself is enough to be noticed, but everything has that solid car thump as opposed to the much lighter design of most K cars. So that one is really cool, and I can't wait to see it home. Next up is a 1997 Suzuki Cappuccino. This one's bright silver with some really unique taillight covers on there. This one is going to join 4 other friends down in Florida who all have cappuccinos, so I can't wait to welcome this one to the club, because that's going to be quite the sight to see. Can you imagine rolling up to a Cars and Coffee and not 1 but 5 Suzuki cappuccinos show up? This one's also the EA21R, so it's got the upgraded engine including the timing chain, so it's one of these cars that's just going to be robust and just go forever, which is fantastic, because I don't want cars to just show up and break. That's the last thing I want to do. I want to have cars here that last forever and are lifelong friends. And speaking of cappuccinos, we don't have one, we have 2. There's another one, a 1992 Suzuki Cappuccino. This one's an EA11R, which is fantastic because it's one of those engines that's just unbeatable. The parts availability is far and wide thanks to Suzuki's support of the platform. And all told, this thing's going to be heading to Northern Illinois, Chicago area. And it's going to be a little bit of a project to make shine perfectly. But that's part of, why it was, purchased to begin with, is that it was a little rough around the edges and it needed work. But at the same time, the price made it more than reasonable to bring it in so that the owner can customize the heck out of it and make it ultimately theirs. Because not only do we want our vehicles to last a long time and really sing, but I really love to see what their owners end up doing with them, both in customization or modernizing them in some way. It's just every vehicle that I want to bring over is either a blank canvas to work with or something that is just awesomely cool. And the fact that it's going to be local to here in the Chicago, Midwest, Milwaukee area is just that much better because I get to see it at Cars and Coffee. We've got a 1999 Suzuki K showing up, and this one was One of the ones that really caught me off guard, because the Suzuki K is just one of those unusual K vehicles that kind of fills multiple roles and doesn't really define any of them. It just does them all really well. So first of all, this one rides high like the Honda Z. It is 4x4, but it also has a turbocharged engine, which makes it pretty fun. It's got a 5-speed manual transmission, but it's also got a lot of really cool features, like heated mirrors. The interior is gorgeous. You just can't go wrong with it. And hopefully in the background here, I've got some footage of what this looked like when we were there in Japan 2 months ago in March. It was just one of those vehicles that just surprised me inside and out. It's well built, it's cool looking, and it's just going to make its owner so very happy. And I just cannot wait to see where this thing goes. So ironically, we don't have one, we have 2 vehicles headed to the Kalamazoo area of Michigan. Not only is that Forester heading over there, but we also have this dazzlingly cute Mazda AutoZam AZ1. So this one's bright red, it's got that center mount antenna. It just looks like the most fun little RC car on the planet, and I cannot wait to see footage of this one driving. I've never driven an AZ1, believe it or not. I've sat in them, I've idled, I've played around with the interior, but man, I want to drive one of these so bad, and I might have to take the road trip over there to go check it out, because this one's super special. It's zingy, it's cute, it's adorable, the interior is flawless, and I'm just really thrilled to see it on the way over. One of the more unexpected vehicles that we're bringing over right now is actually a 1997 Toyota Classic. Now, this design is actually reminiscent of one of Toyota's early pre-war models in the AA. So for Toyota's 60th birthday, they decided to put these very limited Toyota Classics out. In fact, they're so limited that this one is one of just 100. So not only is this something that's very neo-classic, but it's also something that is not very common by any stretch of the imagination anywhere in the world. So if you get to see one of these, or heck, if you get to own one of these, it is something that is very special. I mean, plus look at the interior, it's red leather. How can you go wrong? Well, as I head back across the street to home, we've got this 1994 Mitsubishi Bravo, and this one's really super special because this is the GT edition. So not only is it turbo, automatic transmission, it's got the cosmic roof, the really cool paint, but it's also got the Route 66 grille up front that just makes this one look incredibly unique. Inside, it's got camper curtains so that if you want to head out into the woods for a weekend and just enjoy a little camper van, you absolutely can. But we put some brand new rear seats in there too, to make sure that it's a functional daily driver as well. It's going to be something really special. And speaking of special, here's something completely unique to Tiki Bunny Imports thus far. This is a 1986 Honda CBR 250F, a Japan exclusive sport bike that you'll notice looks amazing. And there's a reason for that, because it was in a box for almost 40 years before it was finally found, assembled, filled up with fluids, and then tested. So you're not being fooled by this odometer reading. There's really only 2 kilometers on this bike. So it is essentially a brand new bike. And the best part about it is not only is it new, not only is it cool, not only is it 40 years old and still has a break-in period, but it's coming right here to Milwaukee. So if you're in the area, if you're coming to Cars and Coffee, please, please, please come and check this one out, because it is something so incredibly special to see. I mean, a brand new bike that's 40 years old and looks this good. Wow, if you are a fan of motorcycles, please let us know. I want to do more of these. I've got a channel all set up for them now, and man, I want to track down more of these things because they're so amazing. And there are so many wonderful things out there in Japan that we never got here. So not only are your 4-wheeled fantasies coming true, but your 2-wheel dreams are right on the horizon. And of course, I'm not going to leave us with all these wonderful vehicles that have already been purchased. No, there's going to be one more for sale. So not only do we have that Daihatsu Naked that's available, we also have a 2000 Toyota Crown Athlete G Estate, or this wonderful, awesome Toyota wagon. So we've actually purchased this while in Japan, live in the Car Deal Page offices. Very happy to win this live. Even happier to see it coming here. Hopefully you're going to see this one in the near future on certain YouTube channels. So stay tuned. And of course, most of these vehicles were asked for. They were finds that, that folks came to us and said, hey, we need to find a blank. I need to find a Suzuki Cappuccino. I need to find a Toyota Crown. I need to find an Altezza. And we're able to track all these vehicles down one by one at auction and wholesale channels and retail to find the ideal perfect vehicles for them and deliver them to their door. So if you are ever thinking about importing something JDM, whether it's a motorcycle, whether it's a car, a K-truck, a 4x4, please, please, please let us know, because we'll be so thrilled to track down the ride of your dreams and absolutely make it a reality. So that is what is happening right now, coming to the United States, or staying in Japan for a little bit. But thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate y'all being there, and we'll talk to you next time. Thanks so much.